Greetings, Paradise. So, what I'm about to say is I think some of you will probably think I'm crazy, but concerning even the times we are living in, and I used to think this was funny. What is this? Monster energy drink, right? The three marks. Monster. Even the green can. Earlier, I went to my roommates. They were watching Godzilla, and I was talking about these bloodlines. Basically, they're like runoffs from the blue bloods. So you have your purples and your greens, and if you've seen Resident Evil, you can see there was purple and green bloods in that movie. Now, the green, I like to say, is for just like this. It's hybrid and monster blood, which is also hybrid blood, and then purples is in the same thing. It goes into the accounts of fairies and all this other stuff associated with that dark energy following the bloodline, because they were basically like, no, it wasn't just about hybridizing and making hybrids. It was about hybridizing and creating different bloodlines as well, purples, greens, and all this other stuff. Going back to the book of Enoch and Genesis 6, okay? And in that movie, I had seen green blood. Okay, what else do you see? You see green blood dripping in the Alien movies, Predator movies, everything that is hybridized is a hybrid of something. And I was talking about how these tribes that went to these other planets took the technology there. But basically, I want to get down to this. It's just like, why did they sell us stuff like this? Like, we don't question this stuff, okay? It wasn't just the fact that they were talking about how that tea, when you drink it, like the tea and the monster, when you drink it, it's supposed to do an upside down cross. And then they put these labels on the back and talking about how good it is, and they promote their brand through like they have like, not only the drink, they have sayings they put on the back of these. Like, I think the first one was talking about MILFs or whatever else, some kind of perversion stuff. And then this one's talking about mustardizing the full load of our famous energy drink, and then it goes on and says at the end it always says unleash the beast. Why do they sell us stuff like this, you think? If anyone out there can receive what I'm saying, that do you think it's some sort of like programming they do with this to eventually, when AI would come, we would all find a reason, and it would sell us a reason, condition us over time with different things like this to become something other than human? Okay. And basically think about it. AI is on the rise, and eventually, in not too long from now, literally, we're like the last generation, if you think about it, of humans before something non-human takes over. Why do they call us Gen Z? I don't know of any other alphabet after the letter Z in the alphabet. And AI is not human. It has no soul. It could kill you and won't even think. And so it's just like, you think about stuff like this. I had seen in videos, you think of movie shows like Goosebumps, where they use the old show Goosebumps, they use green blood. Nickelodeon, they use the green slime, but you can think of it as green blood. And also I can think of it associated with back things like graphene oxide, and now, yeah, they use a different color, they don't use black, but it's still changing you into something other than human, hybridizing you, something you were not supposed to be. And then others will argue that you're crazy, like, you know what if we're supposed to be something other than human? Yeah, but I don't see anything good coming. I just believe something malevolent is behind all of this, something beyond evil, and is trying to literally turn anyone who disagrees with someone. Like, I mean, if someone was to come along and I was to disagree with someone who believes in this, oh, it's not predictive programming, like, they're not trying to do all that, and I disagree, I'm going to be the one getting killed if I disagree with you, because I don't believe we're coming to a point in our, not just society, but our world, where non-humans, if you think about it, AI, what is AI? It's not human. It doesn't have a soul. And we're up against, literally, I believe, yeah, I can make the jokes and say in our government, it's non-human reptilians, draconians, andromedons, whatever you want to call them, that non-human. And what are they trying to do? Promote things that promote things that promote. Listen to what I'm saying. Promote things that promote being non-human. Unleash the beast. Post-human era. The golden age. Gen Z, the last generation before non-humans take over. What was it? They made that movie Amanda about that female killer robot, and like, and it's just like they put these movies out there because you got to think about it. Don't put it past these things. If you piss them off really good, that they won't come after us because they don't have a soul. So they'll kill you without thinking about it and anything else. And these things are like vessels. So what's taking over their vessels? What's taking it over? Yeah, they program them, but what if eventually these things become so smart that, they can think for themselves? And eventually, I was thinking about just other things like a couple of nights ago, and like, what happens if, like, you just have a vessel, so any spirit or anything can get inside the vessel and just anything can take it over. And if it starts thinking for itself, we're all, and it goes past an AI. It's just, when I bring up things like this, what are they promoting to us? What is the promotion to promote to us as humans? To be something other than human, to be hybrid, monster, AI, whatever. And then when cash eventually goes away, it's almost like they're programming us to even do stuff like this, to take the devices in our palms and our foreheads or anything like that. It's just something to think about, because I used to laugh at stuff like this and think it was all BS. And like the cross, like, someone made a video like 10, 15 years ago talking about, why do they put a cross on these things, and when you drink it, it turns into an upside down cross? Do you think occultists are promoting this stuff? The occultists, the occult, they create these brands and they have to take oaths or whatever, I don't know, and they promote stuff like this. It just really makes you think. It really does. So anyway, I don't know. But yeah, going back to Enoch and everything, I do believe now, like, the greens and the buff, because it wasn't just about creating hybrids. I think literally it was about creating different bloodlines. And you have greens and purples, and then it creates generational curses, and it goes through the entire bloodline. They talk about these 13 families that run our planet. The Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the Rockefellers, and it's just like, they promote all this stuff to literally downgrade societies. And people like George Soros that literally have caused and had people murdered, along with them, with Bill Gates and and it's weird. I see other things talking about these people are related, like these celebrities, Soros, the Clintons, all these people. It's just like, how is that? Do you think there's something more, like they have the same bloodline, they're a part of the same bloodline? It is really, like, I just can't help it. It makes you think, and you have to wonder, like, what if it's all real? Something to this. There's something to this that our human eyes can't see past, because we're so caught up in everything that is physical that we literally, a lot of us can't see it, or it's just like we don't want to see it. Just saying. But anyway, something to think about. Fire nice. Out.